Have you ever gotten ready for a meeting and then you were rushing out, so you never had time to check in the mirror and see if everything was right? You feel that something's wrong, but you don't have the time, or you're just not making the time to check and then find out, that could have fixed better, or maybe the whole outfit needed to change. Well, we're going to look at that in the context of political leadership, because I want you to actually look at the man or the woman in the mirror. We're going to be talking about that today. I'm Dr. Lisa Ann Chung, a political leadership strategist, author of the book Political Change, and president for Kenley College, where we provide leadership training and strategy for new and aspiring politicians. I understand. Like so many of us in leadership, you get busy. You get really busy, and the demands on your time are mounting. And so you feel, I don't have time to stop and look in the mirror. I don't have time to stop at all. Maybe you think stopping and looking in that mirror is just too much hard work. But can I tell you that not stopping may be an even greater risk? In the previous 4 weeks, we've been addressing the top 5 political leadership pitfalls. Now, you can access all the previous ones by checking the description box below. Even though the interview that we're taking the excerpts from was conducted several years ago, the time has passed, the years have passed, but the pitfalls are the same. And so as a new or aspiring politician, you still get to learn how to avoid these 5 pitfalls. Once again, let's look at an interview between myself and my mentor, Trista Sue Kragh, the founder for Agents for Change International, a leadership organization based in the USA. And today's pitfall is going to be, drum roll, self-reflection.
What would you say is the 5th shortcoming?
The failure to self-check, that reflection that's necessary. So sometimes I look at politicians and I think, especially those who want to run again, did you really assess what you did before? Because if you assessed it before, would you inflict that same kind of leadership on the people again? And I realize that sometimes politics is busy work. If you are really invested in making a difference, it's very busy, it's very demanding. And unlike somebody who might be leading a company or even leading a community group, when you're in politics, there is more pulling, there's more demand on you, and people believe that they own you. So you don't have that time, but you have to literally create the time. And one of the biggest pitfalls is that politicians often don't stop. I was talking to one recently. He said he goes to London from Sunday night and comes back. If it's good, he can get back in on Thursday night, but generally he doesn't get back until Friday. And Saturday and Sunday is his time in the constituency office. So I said, what about your family? He said, well, they got to understand. Yes and no. Because even if the person was not married, there were no children, there's a time that you need to pull away. There is a rule, a law, a principle even of rest. And part of that rest is to be able to reflect. What did you learn? You're always going to be in a position of learning. What went right? What went wrong? What can we do better? What did we miss the first time? And even in terms of, we talked about the power without principles before. Where did I compromise? And if I compromised, how can I safeguard myself and the service that I want to give from this happening again? And that can only be done when you just stop and you self-check and you reflect.
It's key. A lot of times people in administration put a lot of yes men around them. Mm-hmm. And we need people that are in leadership where iron sharpens iron, and you become better, you become sharper, you become more diligent and aware of perhaps some things that could have been done better, or another area we need to focus on, or a different strategy for the vision. And I agree. We must always continue, even in our personal lives, making self-corrections and improving. A lot of times our spouses can help us with that, can't they?
Yeah, they can.
We got built-in peanut galleries. Just, okay, how can I become better? What can I do differently? Or what do you see is going on here? So I believe that's key. You have brought up so many key valid points that are necessary. And I do believe we need to have more people engaging in these conversations, because it's imperative. We have answers and solutions, and we just need to utilize the voice, utilize technology. You have done excellent with your Kenley College. And I mean, I would have never dreamed, 10, 20 years ago that something like this is so paramount. So Lisa, for such a time as this, you were put here on the earth, and your background and your ancestors and your family and government, you are absolutely right now where you need to be and operating in your gifting. So I'm excited for the work that you're doing. It is necessary. It is needed here on the planet. For sure. So I will end with this. The most famous saying I can remember Dr. Miles Monroe saying time and time again, especially at his leadership conferences. He would say, we need less politicians in politics and more leaders.
What an ideal way to end this rewind series on the top 5 political leadership pitfalls. For some of you, this may be the perfect time to stop, self-check, and reflect. And did you catch that powerful quote that Trista Sue shared that she learned from Dr. Miles Monroe? We need less politicians in politics and more leaders. And that's why I'm not just a political strategist. I'm a political leadership strategist. And I want to help you to become a better political leader. Because as Dr. Miles Monroe said, we need more leaders in politics and less politicians. Well, one of the ways that you can do that is to get a copy of my book, Political Change, because you'll get to learn about how to become a principled, purposeful leader. And don't just get a copy for yourself. There may be others that you realize they can benefit from not only understanding how to navigate political change, but how to become a principled, purposeful leader. And I talk about how to do that in this book. Apart from the book, you can benefit from our courses. We have accredited courses at Kenley College, and we also can provide customized courses and training. Then you might say, well, I prefer to get a little bit of coaching. We've got leadership coaching services to help you to develop yourself as a leader. And then the assessment services are sometimes used alongside that for your own assessment and development, but also to help with the development of the other leaders in your organization. So there is nothing that's going to hold you back from being a better leader and leading the development of other leaders who come under your remit. It's only you that's stopping the process. So let's get started now. Well, that's all for today, folks. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time when we discuss another political leadership topic. Bye for now.